so this is Stevie and Stevie back with General Principal, and today we got my Bronco in, 1966 Bronco, so we're gonna change frame horns, hopefully take the grill off, put new motor stands in and wire wheel inside of the frame, and hopefully paint that, and put the motor in, and we gotta do, and batteries and all kinds of stuff, but so we're gonna hopefully get this thing a little bit more buttoned up today, so get closer to putting the motor in and running. So here we go.
Okay, we're back with Stevie's Bronco. This thing is rough. It's got some issue with the frame horn, some rust out here. This is the latest addition to our bunch. We were following a trailer off the highway at 65 miles an hour, and this cat rolled out from underneath one of the trailer axles at about 50 miles an hour. And he was covered up in fleas and beat up, missing a chunk of his upper lip, and so he made it, and we were able to get him patched up a little bit, and he's working out good. Anyhow, so we got to weld in Stevie's, take out the 6-cylinder frame saddles and weld in the new V8 ones, and frame horns, where the cat's at here. And so this body's getting replaced. It is in terrible condition. Got a couple like this, unfortunately. And we are gonna order a whole nother body kit, a whole nother body. So this is a 66. It's a little bit different than the 68 and up, I believe. The shock mounts are different, and the turn signals, the front turn signals, and a few other little things. This was also a half cab, but I think we're gonna pop in the body loose for now, do our work on the frame. We've got to swap out the rear end. Somebody put an F-150 9-inch in it. We've already got a rear end over here built with 14 gears and a posi, no axles yet. We're gonna swap that in. So I think as soon as Stevie gets out here, we're gonna start pulling this body off. So, all right, so we'll see you then. Hey, this is Steve and Stevie. We're back with Stevie's frame. We're going to end up replacing this body, like I probably said. All of these body mount brackets are junk. Well, I mean, we could rebuild them, but these days they make all this stuff aftermarket, and they're usually pretty good quality. So I think we're just gonna buy them and put them on the frame. The frame's okay. This frame horn here is gone, and so is this bracket here. If they make this, then I'll replace it. If they don't, then I can rebuild it. But I'm cutting these straight 6 motor stands off of here, and I've got some V8 ones to put on here. When you're doing this kind of stuff, you cut the weld. These cutoff wheels are the best thing in the world, and you just cut the weld, you know, most of the way through, and then you get a big cold chisel and you smack on it right in the weld, and you can see it fracture. You can come over here, you can see it. if you look really close, you can see the weld starting to crack down inside of there. So that's how you know you're getting there. And you just go around and give her a few smacks, and it'll come loose. Fractured a weld. That way you're not chewing into good material that you don't. Okay, you can hear this. Sometimes you can hear it in the sound of the metal. We're getting this thing down almost to where we're going to start wire wheeling. I got a few things to cut off around here. I'll clean this up and get the V8 stands on it. Loose over here. You can hear it in the motor, or in the metal in the motor. Turn it. Okay, you hear that different sound? Change. There we go. Alright, so we'll cut these little tabs off of here. The V8 ones don't weld on like that. Somebody puts little bitty coil springs where the bump stop pads are. We'll cut those off. But we're about done for the day. So, okay.
Alright, so we got my 66 Bronco frame basically wrapped up. So what's left to do is we gotta fix this cross member here. There's a big hole down there. And we gotta replace this body mount and put the rest of them back on. We got welded up some rust there, and here's how the frame horn turned out that we welded up. We're gonna pop off the front and rear end and flip it over and paint the bottom of the frame. And then this is how the rear body mounts turned out that Dad welded in. And so there you have it.
Yeah.
Closer.
Yeah, we're gonna get these springs. These are larger diameter springs. This is what was available in the day. These are F-150 coils. They're way too heavy for this light Bronco, and nowadays they make really good Bronco springs, so we're gonna get those. And like he said, get the body mounts put back on in these locations. And where's the other? Right here. They go here. Those are gonna get put back on. We slather on the oil-based paint, and it is so thick and so tacky still. Probably gonna take 2 weeks for it'll tack up. But oh yeah, engine mounts. I got the engine mounts on, and we're getting there. So as soon as the thing tacks up, probably give it a week or so, we'll flip it over and paint it, and go from there. So we'll see you on the next one.
Okay, so we're here with my front end for my 66 Bronco. This is a Dana 44 that Dad had. So it had 350 gears and an open differential, and Dad had this 4 Series power lock to go in here.
Power locker, yeah.
Power locker. So
Power locks are correct though. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I ordered 410 gears and a bearing assembly kit, and so we had some setup bearings from doing the previous front end, and we didn't video any of this because we'd done it all before in a different video.
On the other front end, yeah.
On the other front end. But we got setup bearings in here, and it's all.
Tell them what setup bearings are.
Setup bearings are ground out so you can fit it on and off without having so you can change the stems without having to press it on and off the bearings. Until you get it right, then you can press on your normal bearings. And so we got the setup bearings in there still to get the backlash right, and
pinion depth.
Pinion depth right. And now we got that right, we got to set the what do they call it? Pinion preload, I guess.
That's right.
And then put the normal races and normal bearings back in it.
Yeah.
And then
we use the inner pinion race. We grind it down to where it slides in the housing, because that's where the depth shims are.
Yeah, so you can change your pinion depth. Now we just got to take it all back apart, put the normal bearings and stuff back in it, and
final assembly. That's right.
Final assembly, and then paint it after we wire it.
That's right.
And
right.
clean it. So.